Hello everyone. My name is Lucy, and because of my emergency issue, I cannot meet with you guys and talk to you guys directly and answer your guys' questions directly. But it's really sad. But yes, but I made this recording for you guys um, to kind of go through my speech things. So Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about my SHMD experiences summary. Let me see. So my name's Lucy, and I'm a rising junior. This September, I moved to US from China 3 years ago. I had pretty high GPA for my 5 semesters, except for one, because that's the first semester I went to US, and I had like really poor English. I just cannot do it for my honor English class. We have like a lot of new books, like sick books you need to read, and you need to do the assessment to like to share your understanding of the book. And I remember it's a utopia book. I never reached that kind of books before, so like it's so difficult for me to read it, to understand it actually. So yes, and then so that's the first sense. And then for that semester, I remember I got a median B, so that's why like my GPA for my middle school is like 3.7 something for my first semester. But my second semester, it's getting better because I went to every single tutorials for my English class for the first semester because I just wanted to get like high score for that class. I don't know if that happens, but sometimes you felt the things a lot and then you just wanted to get better for that subject. So yeah, that's me. So like I took that challenge. I went to every single tutorials, which is the time that you can ask your teachers questions. And I went to tutorials to ask like teachers what I missed or what I didn't understand during the class time. So yeah, and later I got like a pretty high score for my speech, which is like the final assignment for my for that class, for that like the second semester, which is why like my second semester my GPA just highly like increased, almost like 1.4 something. So yeah, it's a really large increase from like first semester to the second semester. And for my high school, because I work harder, and also maybe because of the online situation, I have more time to practice, to review, to preview. So I got like a higher GPA from my high school. Also maybe because my English is getting better, you know. But I took a lot of challenge. One of the example is like my Spanish class. I took this third language as third language, which I think it's a challenge for me. At first, of course, I was like, what are you guys talking about? Everybody like knows what's the teacher talking about. I don't know why they know it. Maybe because they found Spanish English is similar, but I just don't understand anything because my English is poor, and you are trying to understand the people speaking like American people speaking Spanish, which I think is harder. It's getting harder for me. So um, it's just a mess for the first semester. But I got pretty high score for my Spanish because we just did like these testings, and I reviewed a lot. I just insisted on like reviewing, on memorizing these words. Just I learned English. So uh, it's a hard time, but time passed. So I'm still here. So and I'm also like taking Spanish for next year. I'm going to take Spanish for next year. I mean like this September. So I think maybe it's a challenge, maybe not. I don't know. It's just who knows, right? And I took some APs for my freshman year and sophomore year. Yes, and then these APs are like, I prefer taking like AP history classes because I find it easier for me. Also, like my English is not good, but AP history for me personally is like okay, it's like better. Um, and I also learned a lot from these AP courses, because these are, when you're doing SAT or ACTs, you also found like these APs are really really helpful, because for instance, like if you're doing a push AP US history, um, then you found like the SATs reading part, like especially the history part, you found it makes sense, like you know what they're talking about like American history. So it's really helpful to take these AP history courses if you are trying to improve your English skills, trying to improve your history skills, and just or just want to trying to find some fun. Yeah, you can choose not to take the AP test, but yes. Okay, and then some other activities, because like this year we have like this online remote learning things. So I joined a lot of online activities. For instance, there's one, I believe it's about data science. And so basically, I joined as a student doctor. Other people are like really good, I mean, not really smart people from these Ivy Leagues, like these PhDs. So I found pretty stressful to talk to them, but because my physics teacher is in that group, so I just joined it with her, and then she just like, yeah, Lucy, come help us, like as a student doctor. Basically, I just give them advice as a student perspective. I learned from them a lot, because these people are like really smart, they're really nice, they're really kind to you, and you don't have to worry about anything. So yes, that's a really fun activity. So, and I also have a lot of other activities this time. I just share this one because I think it's the most interesting one, like outside of school. Okay, so why I came to SHMD, back to our topic about SHMD. So first of all, I joined SHMD last June, I think, and it's a great platform for me to take some challenges. I'm not a outgoing girl. I'm not a social, like really socialized person, so I don't really like to talk to them when I'm not familiar with them. So I think if I like, there's a thing that pushing me to talk to more people, or to actually do something, I think it's a really good challenge for me. So yes, that's why I joined SHMD. And the second thing, I want to help more for the community, because I know SHMD also, like we have like the We Shine program. I think it's a really helpful program for like we like this speech things, like this meeting things. We're just trying to provide more information to the parents, to the students, about like more information about middle school, about high school, because I know when I first came to US, I really really wanna like a high schooler student to talk to me about how high school looks like, how the life looks like in high school. What are you doing there? Did you feel stressful? Is there any bullying? Are they just like doing, yeah, just these things. And I just really wanted to know about these, but no one talks to me at that time, because I don't have sisters or anything, and I don't have like cousins here, so I have to figure out by myself, which is kind of challenge, or through my friends, but they are also like freshmen. So yeah, I think it's really helpful for like high schoolers, people just there and then trying to answer me like any questions. I think it's really helpful just as this conference. So yeah, I wanted to help more for the society, for the community. Okay, and then oops, what happened? Okay, so what did I do in SHMD? So I first came here for as an assistant teacher for Chinese class, and then I enrolled in some programs about leadership, studying habits, etc. So for leadership, it's just like leading others to do some programs or doing some checking. So yes, I think these programs are really fun. I will not spoil a lot in this conference. So if you are interested, please just join it. Right? I think it's really helpful and very fun to join. Also, we I wanted to share about like the meeting story. I joined the meeting since like this February, I think, and I first learned meeting from I think from someone, and then I just I just helped Miss One as assistant to give advice for the students who are going to present to their parents. Maybe some of you guys are in there. So I just try to provide some advice to them, like as a high schooler student who have more experiences, to tell them like which place you can improve more. So yes, I think it's really fun if you have that experiences, especially when I listen to the other. I also learned from these people because I'm not that experienced, to be honest. I don't have that many speech experiences or anything. But as I heard them like improving and improving, I found I learned something from them. So it's really helpful uh, as I joined it. So, okay, next things, what did I learn in SHMD? So, organizing my time much probably because it's all online things. I have more time to be organized by myself. At school, we usually have like the bell ringing and you went to the classroom and you have like this class or any classes. But right now, you have to organize your time like by yourself, which I think it's a challenge for a lot of people. Um, and from SHMD, especially for the meeting. So as I said, I learned meeting first, and then meeting is a really comprehensive system for studying, for your future, for anything, for your development. I think it's really helpful. So I will not spoil a lot, but yeah, just remember it's really helpful. I just learned like how to organize my time. I mean, not how to like just keep in mind that I need to organize my time. I cannot waste my time because time is limited. Um, we don't have that much time that we can waste in our life. So okay, and then second thing, become much patiently. So it's like because I was assistant teacher, I taught these middle schoolers at first, Chinese, and then some elementary schooler and some kindergarten students about Chinese. I think it's really fun to teach them because these kids are really cute, and I became more like patient as I teach through them because um they are really cute and you cannot be annoyed by their questions, so you just be like, okay, it's fine, I would just repeat what I'm saying, what I was saying or anything. So I think I just became much patiently, like naturally instead of like deliberately. So I think thing that I learned in SHMD, like becoming more much patiently. And then the third thing is thinking much comprehensively. So that's also from my experience of leadership and these listening to other people's talking. So how do you like thinking much comprehensively is like you have to consider a lot of different points. So from me, when Miss Wen is like tutoring others middle schoolers, they say like, who's your audience, what's your purpose like of doing this speech, why are you doing this here, what makes you different. I think these are really good questions when you're doing a program or anything. Sometimes people just didn't consider that, they just consider like, okay, I wanted to tell them um, this is helpful or that is beneficial for your life or anything, but didn't really consider any other aspects. So I think thinking much comprehensively is like a thing that you need for future programs, especially in high school. If you're enrolled in these programs, in these clubs, when you think really comprehensively, your teacher will be like, wow, she knows that much, like that. So I think this is really helpful too. And then how these skills help my study and development. So first of all, I set up periodic goals. So what is periodic goals? It's for instance, for this unit, for this week, I wanted to finish units 4 through 5 for my pre-calculus like course. And then for next week, I wanted to finish units 5 through 6 for my pre-calculus course. For this month, I wanted to finish all pre-calculus course. And then for um, three months, I want to finish AP US history learning, AP calculus learning, and like these stuff. So that's like periodic goals. It's not like, okay, I wanted to be a teacher in the future, or I wanted to be pilot in the future. It's like a periodic goals, like from starting from the small goals from like this week. and then next week, and then 3 weeks, and then 6 weeks, and then maybe 3 months, and then maybe 6 months and a year, like that. So that's like periodic goals. I learned that from I think it's a studying habits class. Yeah, it's like tutoring class, I think. Yes. And then second thing, as I said before, not wasting any time. I'm not a people who's really into game. I know a lot of people are like really into these video games, but I'm not. I'm really into these TV shows, which I think is also like kind of like wasting time, except like you're watching some documentaries. But I'm not. I'm just watching these boring TV shows. So and also some dramas. So as I started to organize my time, I found that like I'm not wasting like time as much time as before. Still, I think people need to take some rest, especially after you're doing like a whole SAT practice. Okay, you wanted to, I finally finished this. I wanted to take a rest. I think that's ideal. It's like okay, but if you're just doing that whole day, like playing video games whole day because you think you finish all the work, I think that's not that good. So except like you're really smart. So that's not my consideration. Okay. And then third thing, inject new ideas into the project. So, as I said before, thinking comprehensively make you inject new ideas. If you're thinking much comprehensively than the others, you might have like some new other ideas provided for the group or the program, which I think really helps you in the program, like as either as a leader or as a group member. So yes, I think these are the skills help me maybe help me like I mean has already helped my study at the moment. So yes, I think that's it for my sharing of SHMD experiences summary. um, and yes, I think that's it. Besides that, if you have any questions or have any concerns about high school lives, you can just contact me through my Gmail. Um, and I'll be really happy to answer these questions about anything like about high school life, about AP courses, selecting courses, or anything. Although like we have different schools, it might be a little bit different, but I think mm, it's all similar. It's kind of similar for all the high schools in US. So yeah, I'm really happy to help you out if you need anything. So yeah, thank you guys. Bye.